Please rise for the entrance of the graduates. Please be seated. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Yana Makalik. I am NSCAD's Provost and Interim Vice President, Academics and Research. It is my distinct pleasure to declare this convocation ceremony open. I would like to invite you, Gerard, to deliver the traditional Mi'kmaq welcome and perform a smudging ceremony to begin our celebration.
Good afternoon. I'd like to begin by welcoming you all to Mi'kmaq. My ancestors have been calling this place home and have created lasting memories on this land for over 13,000 years. Your last 4 years or so and your experiences here in Kjipuktuk have added to those stories. I truly hope you have enjoyed your time here, and wherever your roads lead, may it always lead you back to our territory. For those of you visiting for the first time, I'd like you to take time and walk around our city and view the vibrant public art, from the sculptures to the murals, and ask yourself who's represented and who is not. Please do the same when you return to your corners of the world in your own hometowns. Whose stories are not told? As you wrap up your time here and spread your art, your ideas, your passions across the globe, look for opportunities to work with communities, mentor others, and elevate voices and stories of those who often don't get heard. This is part of reconciliation in the process. You cannot have reconciliation without relationships. Relationships begin when you listen to each other's stories. Reconciliation begins when you believe those stories. Congratulations to each and every one of you on the hard work you have put in, the sacrifices you've made, and the success you have achieved. In honor of your hard work, I would like to offer this smudge. And when we smudge, what we're doing is we're preparing ourselves to do good work. There's no right way and there's no wrong way. I just do it the way that my elders taught me. I take some medicines, and I'm going to be using sage here today. And I take the smoke from that and I put it over my head, and it gets rid of all the negative thoughts I may have had. It makes room for me to think positively. I take the smoke and I put it over my eyes, and it gets rid of all those negative things I may have seen, and makes room for me to see the positivity in the things that are happening around me. I take the smoke and I put it over my ears, and makes room for me to hear the positivity in all the conversations that are happening around me. And I take the smoke and I put it over my mouth, and it gets rid of all those negative things I may have said. It makes room for me to speak positively, truthfully, and directly from the heart. I also smudge my heart so that all my actions from that point forward come directly from that space. So I've got a prayer that I'm going to read. I'm going to light my smudge bowl, and we'll do this prayer. So I do ask you, once I light my smudge bowl, if you're able to, I would like you to stand, and then we'll get on with the ceremony. So just bear with me for one moment. Situate myself here. There we go. The East is the beginning way, where all things start. I welcome the spirits of our distant ancestors, for they're the ones who created our knowledge, the wisdom to allow us not just to survive, but to thrive on our land. When the sun rises in the east, we remember the ancient ones and the birth of all our knowledge. I welcome the spirits of those that created us. The south brings us the warmth of compassion. I welcome the spirits of those who have recently left us, as they are the ones who fought to pass down the knowledge our ancestors created. Through struggle and turmoil, they managed to ensure our language, ceremonies, knowledge, and ways of being would be here for us and keep us strong as a nation. When we feel the warmth of the noon sun, it's their warm embrace telling us we're on the right path. I welcome the spirits of those who guide us. The west is a direction of thought and reflection. I welcome the spirits of those who exist in the here and now. When the sun sets, it's a reminder of the events of the days past. It's a reminder to learn from past experiences so we may prosper in the days, months, and years ahead. It's a reminder to reconcile our shared history, to learn from our mistakes, listen to each other, acknowledge experiences and voices, and work together in a genuine relationship. I welcome the spirits of those who lead us. The north is a direction of renewal. I welcome the spirits of those who have yet to join us. As the cold sets in, our environment takes time to rest and renew itself. Through this harsh time comes strength and unity. We wait in anticipation of that first early morning, that first leaf, the first sound of birds as the sun rises. We wait for the new beginnings to arrive, for new beginnings to signify new life, new hope, and new relationships. I welcome the spirits of those that inspire us. Above us is the direction of protection. I welcome the spirits of our fathers, grandfathers, brothers, uncles, sons, and partners. I welcome the masculine spirit that's also found within the feminine. May you continue to protect us as a nation, as a community, as individuals, as we're all on the same path but in different stages of our journey. I welcome the spirits that protect us. Below us is the direction of love, and this is where we all come from. I welcome the spirits of our mothers, grandmothers, sisters, aunties, daughters, and partners. I welcome the feminine spirit that's also found within the masculine. May you continue to love us, teach us, and guide us as a nation, as a community, as individuals, and we are grateful for all that you instill in us. And we know that love is the greatest form of protection. I welcome the spirits that love us. Looking within, we find the direction of growth. As we reflect on our lives, we recognize the need to learn from our mistakes. We learn from all the directions. We embrace the knowledge of the spirits that created us. We learn from the spirits that guide us. We have faith in the spirits that lead us. We keep ourselves healthy, both mentally and physically, and anticipate the future spirits that will inspire us. All of this is possible because of the protection and love that surrounds us. I welcome the spirits of continual growth. With that being said, I just want to say in Sonogama, all my relations, and once again, congratulations to all the graduates.
Thank you so much, Jude. It is my solemn duty to remind everyone today that NSCAD University is located in Jabuktuk, the district of Sabaganagadi, Mi'kma'ki, which since time immemorial has been the unceded traditional territory and ancestral homelands of the Mi'kmaq Nation. We pay respect to the historic and contemporary Mi'kmaq artists who have, over millennia, created unique art forms and designs, and through generations, passed down ways of being, knowing, and doing that are valued and respected. NSCAD University is committed to forging a relationship based on reciprocity as we move forward together in a good way, based on the foundational aspirations in our collective treaties dating back to 1725. In Nova Scotia, we recognize we are all treaty people. NSCAD acknowledges the historical and contemporary presence of people of African descent. We offer this people's acknowledgement to recognize the solidarity between the Indigenous people of Turtle Island and African Nova Scotians in the efforts and deliberate intentions toward decolonization. African Nova Scotians have existed and persisted on the traditional land of the Mi'kmaq for more than 400 years. Their presence and contributions have shaped the existence of Nova Scotia. This acknowledgement brings with it a call to action to reconcile the harms acted upon African Nova Scotians, a distinct people, and the Mi'kmaq people. To the graduates, you have a tremendous opportunity in the years ahead of you to live a life that expresses, seeks, and celebrates beauty, creativity, and optimism. You have benefited from the power of studio critique and the investigative and expressive practices of research and creation. of individual learning and equally of collaboration. You know how to inspire, vision, include, convince, and engage. You do not stand at the margins of this world, but at the epicenter of a new world, whether physical, virtual, local, or international. These complex times demand your highly diverse imaginations, foresight, generosity, intentionality, and attention. You have shown dedication, empathy, and resilience in your pursuits here at NSCAD, and we are honored to be here celebrating your achievements today. I'd like to take a moment to introduce you to the individuals on stage with us today and in the audience who are joining us today to celebrate our graduates. I will start by naming people who are speaking or actively participating in the ceremony today. I ask you to please stand as your name is called. Dr. Peggy Shannon, President of NSCAD University. Jude Gerard, NSCAD's ombudsperson, who accompanied our graduates to the ceremony and welcomed us to Mi'kma'ki and performed the smudging ceremony. Bill Barker, Chair of the NSCAD Board of Governors. Ashley Delaney, President of the NSCAD Alumni Association. And she will be presenting irises to our graduates as they cross the stage. This lovely bundle over here. Our two faculty and staff members who conduct the presentation of graduates today will be Michael LeBlanc, Associate Professor in Interdisciplinary Design, and Dr. Jacqueline Warwick, Academic Dean. I'd also like to welcome former NSCAD Interim President, Dr. Sarah McKinnon, and Mr. Peter Dawes, who have established the Price Awards for Excellence in Teaching at NSCAD University. Gary Telfer, BFA 1983, nominator of our honorary degree recipient. And of course, Laurie Anderson, honorary degree recipient. Also here today are representatives from the NSCAD Board of Governors and honored guests. I would ask these individuals to stand and be acknowledged as well. From NSCAD Board of Governors, Ken Rice, Kim Healy, Catherine Tu, Rudy Meyer, NSCAD Board of Governors and Director of the Master of Design Program, the Honorable Dr. Wilfred P. Moore, former Senator, Senate of Canada, Andy Fillmore, Member of Parliament, Halifax, the Honorable Brian Wong, Nova Scotia's Minister of Advanced Education. Robin Muller, Professor Emerita appointee. Jane Warwick, Professor Emerita appointee. Lisa Hamilton, Assistant Professor, Texas. Lisa is this year's inaugural recipient of the Price Teaching Award for full-time faculty. Donald Thompson, metal shop technician, part-time instructor, who is our inaugural recipient of the Price Teaching Award for part-time faculty. Also on stage and in the audience are numerous NSCAD faculty members and technicians, staff who have worked and directed our students on their journey to this day. We ask you please stand and be acknowledged. Thank you all. Please be seated. I now call on Bill Barker, Chair of the NSCAD Board of Governors, to deliver a message from the Board of Governors on this exciting occasion.
Thanks for the introduction, Jana, and also thank you to Jude for introducing us in such a commanding way. I bring greetings from the Board of Governors to you all, honored guests, graduates, families, faculty, staff, colleagues, and friends of NSCAD, and especially to the class of 2024 who are here before us, and not least to them, a special graduate, Lori Anderson. And before I joined the Board of Governors, became the chair, I too had started the BFA, the major in photography, but I dropped out of my program to serve on the board. So quite frankly, I am rather envious of you graduates. It is amazing what a student learns at NSCAD about yourself as well as about art. And what we learn is not just from professors, but from fellow students. And so what you have done is very special, not only for what you've learned, but also what you've taught each other, and also what you have taught your teachers, because teaching is not a one-way exchange, as I discovered, especially in art school. So a degree in art history or design is an unusual and challenging accomplishment that requires a special kind of mind and skills and hard work, and I congratulate you for your achievement. The Board of Governors are volunteers who work to support your work in our extraordinary school, to provide advice on practical matters to the President, and to make sure the place keeps running long after you leave. NSCAD was founded in 1887, is getting on in age, but it has always been able to renew itself. And since the late 1960s, it has been a leading art school in North America. So our wonderful school has faced many challenges, as many of you will know. But through all these years, the hard work and devotion of faculty and staff and students and alumni and friends have kept it moving forward. And now we're facing another major and complex challenge as we plan to relocate the whole school to the Port Campus. And this is another restart to the school, and it's truly an exciting time. And this began while you were a student here. So thank you for being here for it. And I wish you all the best in your future. It's a great school, and your degree means a lot to those who know about art and education. So congratulations, and good luck to you all. And now I'd like to invite to the podium the president of NSCAD University, Dr. Peggy Shannon.
Good afternoon, everyone, and of course, welcome to the Convocation ceremony. To all the friends and families that have come out today to support our graduates and your loved ones, we're delighted to have all of you here. And to the graduates, words cannot really describe how proud of you we all are. I've had the pleasure of getting to know many of you, and I have enjoyed seeing your work in exhibitions, film screenings, fashion shows, art awards, and even internationally. I have been moved by your passion and your talent, and I've taken your concerns to heart as we strive to make NSCAD a beacon for excellence. As you prepare to move on from the hallowed halls of our institution to your respective lives in the world, many of you will be asking yourselves, so what's next? To that I say, what's next is now. The small steps you take each and every day to better your craft, the decisions you make to broaden your horizons, the choices you make, no matter how big or how small, these are the things that will lead you down the path that you are meant to be on. What's next is not a milestone that you can tick off of a checklist. What's next is the present. It is the perseverance and a commitment to always stay true to yourself and to your creative practice. What's next is now. I can say this with certainty. You are talented. You are bold, problem solvers, compassionate and unique, and your creativity enriches our lives. I believe you, each one of you, will leave NSCAD today with the skills and the power to build a better world. Use this power. Make a difference. The parchment you receive today is a testament to the knowledge and skills that you now possess. And as you prepare to depart from NSCAD, be willing to shake up the world with your creativity and your artistry. Say yes to adventure. Say yes to challenge, to doing things that push you out of your comfort zone. Say yes to the unexpected and stay open to new ideas. Say yes to a full, rich, passionate life. Be present for life's journey and do not solely focus on your destination. Be unafraid of those who are different from you. Have dignity and afford dignity to others. Love what you do, and above all, be happy. Congratulations to all of you. Introduce? It's you.
At this time, I ask the graduates to please stand. Dr. Shannon, as a representative of the Senate of NSCAD University, I hereby declare and confirm that each of the graduates is now entitled to the distinction of the degree or certificate conferred upon them, with all the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities which throughout the world pertain to that degree. Congratulations, graduates. Please be seated. I now call upon Michael LeBlanc, Associate Professor of Interdisciplinary Design, and Dr. Jacqueline Warwick, Academic Dean, to present this year's graduates.
Dr. Shannon, it is my honor to present to you today those graduates who have met the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, major in Art History. Brett Fox, Bachelor of Arts, major in Art History, and Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Expanded Media, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Maya Kelleris, Bachelor of Arts, major in Art History, and Bachelor of Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Dr. Shannon, the following graduates: Margaret Abbott, Bachelor of Design, major in Interdisciplinary Design. Dr. Shannon, the following graduates have met the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Design, major in Interdisciplinary Design. Luke Blanchette, Bachelor of Design, major in Interdisciplinary Design, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Daniel Broughton, Bachelor of Design, major in Interdisciplinary Design, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Well done. Catherine Costain, Bachelor of Design, major in Interdisciplinary Design, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Chushuan Duan, Bachelor of Design, major in Interdisciplinary Design. Neve S. Dwyer, Bachelor of Design, major in Interdisciplinary Design. Nick Gronevelt, Bachelor of Design, major in Interdisciplinary Design, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Melaine Keddy, Bachelor of Design, major in Interdisciplinary Design. Shelley LaRose, Bachelor of Design, major in Interdisciplinary Design. Zoe Marshall, Bachelor of Design, major in Interdisciplinary Design. Allison Sturgeon, Bachelor of Design, major in Interdisciplinary Design. Yujia Sun, Bachelor of Design, major in Interdisciplinary Design. Emma Walker, Bachelor of Design, major in Interdisciplinary Design, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Yanfeng Wei, Bachelor of Design, major in Interdisciplinary Design. Jingtian Zia, Bachelor of Design, major in Interdisciplinary Design. Pengyi Yang, Bachelor of Design, major in Interdisciplinary Design. Siping Yang, Bachelor of Design, major in Interdisciplinary Design. Junwei Zhu, Bachelor of Design, major in Interdisciplinary Design. Dr. Shannon, the following graduates have met the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in ceramics. Becca Devenish, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in ceramics, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Kate Dong, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in ceramics. Samantha Halleck, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in ceramics, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Maleka Chandro, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in ceramics, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Dr. Shannon, the following graduates have met the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Expanded Media. Jakio Bean Lightborn, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Expanded Media. M. Black, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Expanded Media, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Lena El-Khatib, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Expanded Media, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Abigail Gravel, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Expanded Media, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Yufei Liu, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Expanded Media. Hannah Muklason, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Expanded Media. Kay Slonwhite, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Expanded Media, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Lu Meng Young, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Expanded Media. Dr. Shannon, the following graduates have met the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in film. Philip Clark, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in film. Alex Johnston, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in film, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Charlie McDonald, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in film. Christopher Mendoza, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in film. Nicole Poirier, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in film, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Mark Rambowski, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in film. Kate Solar, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in film, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Esley Tan, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in film, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Dr. Shannon, the following graduates have met the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Madeline Boisclair Joly, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Jennifer Bruno, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Tabitha Cass, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Abigail Clapper, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Allie Conrad, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Brandy Davison, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Claire de Van Voorden, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Kayla Gauthier, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Buffy Gugu, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art, and minor in Art History and Illustration. Madeline Hebbs, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Shaylin Hofer, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Jenny Shea, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Allison Lane, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Julie Longard Roy, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Miranda McCormick, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Maggie McLean, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Caitlin McNeil, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Jamie Marriott, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Bree McAllister, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Hayden McDonough, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Maggie McGuire, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Visa Muyi, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Mary Ogembo, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Naomi Palavas, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Catherine Penstone, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Emily Pittman, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Angie Reed, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Rebecca Saunders, Bachelor of Fine Art, major in Fine Art, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Sabrina Smith, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Gavin Snow, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Meg Spencer, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Rowan Theakston, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Eric Olivier Theriault, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Silas Walmsley, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Lili Weng, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Wei Yuan Yu, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Fine Art. Dr. Shannon, the following graduates have met the requirements for the Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Art. Sunny Babcock, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence.
My turn now. Emma Chapman Lynn, a Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Maya Cochran, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Paige Cowell, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Morgan Cruikshank, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts. Emily Flynn, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Brooklyn Gates, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Angelina Giordani, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts. Fifi Goulion, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts. Amna Kurtic, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts. Emma McCabe, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts. And the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Sorry, Emma. Gabe Moore Pratt, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Robin Newman, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts. Michaela Rodenizer, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts. Peter Roth, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts. Georgia Sachs Agas, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Matthias Sanford, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts. Thank you. Willow Starr, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts. Cameron Walker, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts. Yongshuan Zhang, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Interdisciplinary Arts. Dr. Shannon, the following graduates have met the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Jewelry Design and Metalsmithing. Noah Elwood, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Jewelry Design and Metalsmithing, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Erin Fleming, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Jewelry Design and Metalsmithing. Vanessa Shum, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Jewelry Design and Metalsmithing. Louis Stockrabbit, I got confused by the way you wrote it out. I was right the first time. Let me start over. Louis Stockrabbit, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Jewelry Design and Metalsmithing. Laura Sturzenbaum, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Jewelry Design and Metalsmithing. Mei Chan Yuan, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Jewelry Design and Metalsmithing, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Dr. Shannon, the following graduates have met the requirements for the Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Photography. Keely Hopkins, Bachelor of Fine Arts, major in Photography, and the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. Dr. Shannon, the following graduates have met the requirements for the Bachelor of Fine Arts major in Textiles Fashion. Wong Kyung Choi, Bachelor of Fine Arts major in Textiles Fashion. Thank you. Wei Ming Du, Bachelor of Fine Arts major in Textiles Fashion. Thank you. Shinong Liu, Bachelor of Fine Arts major in Textiles Fashion. Courtney Metcalf, Bachelor of Fine Arts major in Textiles Fashion. Camila Orbegoso, Bachelor of Fine Arts major in Textiles Fashion. Yanjiang Wenjing, Bachelor of Fine Arts major in Textiles Fashion. Dr. Shannon, the following graduates have met the requirements for the degree of Master of Arts in Art Education. Nina Acosto Bayo, Master of Arts in Art Education. Meg Dorward, Master of Art in Art Education. Tanya Fuentes Villa, Master of Art in Art Education. Megan Galatly, Master of Arts in Art Education. Fairuz Ibrahim, Master of Arts in Art Education. Lisa McPherson, Master of Arts in Art Education. Wendy Ju, Master of Arts in Art Education. Dr. Shannon, the following graduates have met the requirements for the degree of Master of Design. Yunji Wong, Master of Design. Lin Tian, Master of Design. Dr. Shannon, the following graduates have met the requirement for the degree of Master of Fine Arts. Melanie Barnett, Master of Fine Arts. Fanny Desroches, Master of Fine Arts. Thank you. Claire McNamara, Master of Fine Arts. Luke Party, Master of Fine Arts. Lauren Runyons, Master of Fine Arts. Thank you. Brigitte Zhao, Master of Fine Arts. Dr. Shannon, the following graduates have met the requirements for the Post-Baccalaureate Certificate in Design. Giselle Hogg, Post-Baccalaureate Certificate in Design. Natalie Hoyek, Post-Baccalaureate Certificate in Design. Anna Pachon, Post-Baccalaureate Certificate in Design. Take them both. Okay. Dr. Shannon, the following graduate has met the requirements for the Visual Arts Certificate for Teachers. Leanne Chisholm, Visual Arts Certificate for Teachers. Dr. Shannon, the following graduates have met the requirements for the Visual Arts Certificate in Studio. Hilary Brown, Visual Arts Certificate in Studio. Nylia Fuentes, Visual Arts Certificate in Studio. Chuck Heikai, Visual Arts Certificate in Studio. Kirandeep Kaur, Visual Arts Certificate in Studio. Masume Salimi Baini, Visual Arts Certificate in Studio. Sarah Waisungnon, Visual Arts Certificate in Studio. Dr. Shannon, this concludes the presentation of NSCAD University's graduating class of 2024. Some of our graduating students received the Arthur Lismer Award for Academic Excellence. This is NSCAD University's institutional recognition of students who demonstrate academic excellence by having achieved a cumulative GPA throughout their studies of 3.7 or higher. This award pays tribute to artist and educator Arthur Lismer. A noted Canadian painter and founding member of the Group of Seven, Lismer was principal of the Victoria School of Art and Design, now NSCAD University, from 1916 to 1919. He believed that art is the normal and rightful heritage of every individual, and we are honored to uphold that legacy today. Congratulations to all of you. I am pleased now to welcome to the podium Saul Nagler, Chair of Media Arts, to present the Governor General's Silver Medal to the undergraduate student who has achieved the highest academic standing in the graduating undergraduate class.
Teleplasm is a work in progress by Kate Solar. It is about her great-grandfather, T.G. Hamilton, a celebrated spiritualist from Winnipeg, who photographically documented ectoplasm and other phantasmagoric occurrences during seances. Kate, there frankly is no other better origin story than that. Without a doubt, I think that Kate has inherited this sort of, creative rigor of T.G. Hamilton. Kate joins us from Ottawa, and basically Kate's film work, since she's been here, has garnered so many awards, including Pond, which won the Student Art Award last year. And she was also the recipient of the Wild Brain Thesis Film Scholarship, and she made this hauntingly Chantal Ackerman-esque film called Eyepiece, which is really a film of its time. in its themes of longing, rotten food, distant solar systems, and microscopic abstractions, all tied up in a knot of unrequited love. Peggy took Kate to Greece, where Kate made another film called, what was it called again, Kate? Somewhere Real. Good, thank you. Somewhere Real. I had it in my notes here. I was just going to see if testing if she was listening. And Kate arm wrestled this printer that was about 5 stories high and sleeplessly worked day and night to get this film done in time, and literally doing animation the old school way. Words and text just kind of flipped off into the air. Kate's films have played in venues in France, India, and Canada, and fortunately for her, her work has fallen in the crosshairs of an incorrigible creator from France named Simone Dompère in Toulouse, who seems to be kind of just stalking Kate in her work and programming her consistently for that festival in France. One last accolade, Kate has been selected to attend the world-famous independent image-making retreat run by Phil Hoffman in Ontario. There will be no stopping Kate Solar's celestial ambitions. Congratulations, Kate. Yes, Kate, come on up, please.
I am pleased to present the Governor General's Gold Medal to the graduate student who has achieved the highest academic standing in the graduating graduate level class. Would Melanie Barnett please come forward? Melanie is graduating today with a Master of Fine Arts and was selected as the student with the highest academic performance among their graduating class. Their work melds art and science together as they use climate, flora, and bioengineering to elicit world building and storytelling, drawing inspiration from self and family. In a recommendation letter for this award, Melanie's supervisor, Rory MacDonald, wrote, and I quote, "In consideration of the basic question of excellence in relation to all students at the graduate level, Barnett is in the top 1% to 2% of students I have supervised for the overall quality and consistency of their research in the MFA program. In studio, we measure progress and development of a student against the originality of the work and the contribution and future contribution of the MA research to the field. Barnett's work in studio is excellent. Their material and glaze handling advanced throughout the program in part because of an approach to research and studio production which was daring and freely iterative, learning from and capitalizing on failure and risk in the studio. This approach, combined with a thorough and in-depth research in narrative and scientific analysis of speculative futures, puts Barnett's work at the heart of issues of climate change and speculative fiction, science fiction with a depth of content and research rarely seen in graduate students." We are thrilled to present this award to Melanie. Congratulations. It is now my distinct honor to invite Dr. Sarah McKinnon and Mr. Peter Dawes to present the 2024 Price Awards for Excellence in Teaching. Many of you will know that Sarah and Peter are good friends of NSCAD and that Dr. McKinnon served as interim president of NSCAD from 2020 to 2022.
Thank you, Dean Warwick. These awards honor the memory of my grandparents, J.H. and Mamie Price, who were both educators. Our time at NSCAD was very special to us, and we wanted to recognize the sustained and ongoing contributions and teaching by the full-time and part-time faculty here at NSCAD University. Peter and I are thrilled to present the first annual Price Awards for Excellence in Teaching to Lisa Hamilton, Assistant Professor in the Division of Craft, Textile, and Fashion, and part-time instructor Donald Thompson, who is also our metal shop technician. Please come forward.
Congratulations, Donnie and Lisa. In addition to honoring students at Convocation, we would also like to take this opportunity to recognize two professors who will be appointed as Professors Emeriti. This year's Professors Emeriti are Dr. Jane Wark and Professor Robin Mueller. Dr. Wark received a BFA from NSCAD in 1979 and her MA, MPhil, and PhD in art history from the University of Toronto. She joined the art history faculty at NSCAD in 1990 and taught courses in 20th century art, design history, feminist art, conceptual art, time-based art, and professional arts writing before retiring in 2023. Jane has published many articles, book chapters, and curatorial essays on feminist and contemporary art. She was curator of the Atlantic Canada section of the exhibition Traffic, Conceptual Art in Canada, which toured nationally and internationally from 2010 to 2014 and won the Outstanding Achievement Award from the Canadian Museum Association in 2013. She is the recipient of a research fellowship from the National Gallery of Canada, has been on the editorial board of numerous academic journals, and is currently on the Visual Arts News editorial board. She has also been involved for many years in the labor movement to achieve equity and rights for people in the academy and beyond. Professor Robin Mueller has been making weavings and other artworks for galleries and interior designers since 1979. Robin has taught book arts and weaving at NSCAD, specializing in complex structures and jacquard weaving. She has completed residencies at the Banff Centre for the Arts, the Montreal Centre for Contemporary Textiles, the Jacquard Centre in Hendersonville, North Carolina, and the Lisio Foundation in Florence, Italy. Her artwork has been exhibited across the US and Canada, as well as 8 countries in Asia, Africa, and Europe. Her work is included in private and public collections, including the Museum of Civilization in Ottawa and the Nova Scotia Art Bank. Robin received her BFA from Virginia Commonwealth University in 1976 and her MFA from University of Michigan in 1978. She worked at the De Young Museum in San Francisco and the University of North Dakota before immigrating to Canada to join the faculty of NSCAD University. She retired in 2015. Congratulations to our newest Professors Emeriti. Almost. Now, I would like to welcome Paige Cowell to the stage.
Disclose and divest who they are funding. Free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
Now, I would like to welcome Paige Cowell to the stage, who has been selected by their peers to be this year's class valedictorian. Paige is graduating with a BFA in interdisciplinary arts. She was born and raised in Tillsonburg, Ontario, on the territory of the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, and Arawadaron peoples. Paige is proud to come from a long line of working-class families who have been a model of diligence and an inspiration to her work. She's interested in making art that is accessible and relatable to those who don't often get the chance to engage with it. She uses a variety of media, from kitchen equipment and drills to colored pencils and mylar, to make sculptures, drawings, and animations which honor the proletariat. Paige received her foundation year art certificate from the Yukon School of Visual Arts in 2021, where she participated in Yukon Riverside Arts Fest, Dawson City International Film Fest, and the Something Shows Artist Residency. She went on to continue her studies with us at NSCAD. Here, she has participated in exchanges and group shows at the Anna Leon Owens Gallery and had her first solo show, Construct. This solo show is what earned Paige the 2024 Student Art Award Grand Prize on May 9th. Paige has an interest in community arts, volunteering, and working in her hometown arts center, teaching youth art at camps. After graduating, Paige plans to make her way closer to home and find ways to rope others into art and acts of creation. Please join me in welcoming our 2024 valedictorian to the stage.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Congratulations, class of 2024. And thank you to our mentors, families, and faculty. We couldn't be here without you. So standing in front of you with a microphone and a goofy hat would normally be the start of a bad dream, but I could not be more honored to be up here today. We have all worked so hard. We've made a lot of sacrifices and a lot of wooden footstools. We forgot to eat, but were saved by some food-related performance piece. We lost sleep and made up for it in the Bell Auditorium. It's amazing how 4 years can sometimes turn into 5 or 6 or 7, so I don't plan on keeping you much longer today. I'll cut to it and tell you that I'm not going to stand in front of you and pretend that I've lived enough life to give you any real advice, but I can tell you what I worry about most. The perfect send-off. I worry that what we're doing here doesn't matter, that I should be building roads or saving lives or farming vegetables, that no one will notice and no one will care. I know I'm not alone in this, though. I've had this conversation with some of you, but in my grappling with this thought, in these conversations, I'm also reminded of the many great times we had creating. I remember when Maya Claris and Emily Flynn organized a group show dedicated to the wholesomeness of barnyard animals. They made the application process extremely accessible so more people could participate. It was a source of community and much-needed lightheartedness. I remember when Eric Olivier Thériault organized a group of students to do ice carving at the Dartmouth Ice Festival and how thrilled the families were to watch everyone work. I remember Maggie McGuire's generosity and vulnerability in her critiques and artist talks, which made me so grateful to have this outlet to connect with other people. One of the ladies that I carpool with was so enthralled by Madeleine Boisclair Jolie's work after seeing it at the Anna that she was still talking about it weeks later. I remember when Abigail Clapper told me after an 18-month stretch of nonstop making, organizing a solo show and 2 group shows, that she needed some time to fill her cup this summer. I thought art can't be totally self-serving if we're dumping our cups for it. I remember walking through the print department and never not seeing Young Xuan Zhang working, holding back tears in front of Cameron Walker's paper hearth, audibly laughing at the cheeky cleverness of Gavin Snow's work at the Cuts and Paste Gallery, listening to Rowan Teakston give their peers some of the most insightful feedback I have ever heard in a critique. When Jen Bruneau taught me eyeball science with an optical phenomenon drawing, how I wish I could have got my hands on Morgan Cruikshank's 3D insect book as a child, being totally floored by Kate Solar's experimental films, admiring the seamless curatorial collaboration of Kayla Gauthier, Fifi Gullion, and Shaylin Hofer, wondering how Peter Roth managed to turn the alcove into a very convincing washroom, soaking in the lighting of Caitlin McNeil's candle paintings, having to visit the grad show twice to be able to digest all the work that you've done, and seeing all of your studios come to life with your ideas and experiments. You have all added so much value and joy to my life as people and as artists. It makes me realize that what we're doing here is really priceless and hard to come by. And as my memories of these past few years became less anecdotal and more observational, I was reminded of one last thing. The world is watching, and they are remembering. Don't forget that. I'll see you out there. Thank you.
I would now like to ask Gary Telford to come forward and present the honorary degree award recipient.
Thank you so much, Yana. Mr. Chair, President Shannon, graduates, esteemed faculty, and distinguished guests. As an alumnus of the Nova Scotia College of Art and Design, it is truly an honor to stand before you today to introduce someone whose impact on the art world has been nothing short of extraordinary. I cannot remember a time when I did not know the name Laurie Anderson. While we do not have direct acquaintance, I feel as if I know her due to her involvement in the New York art scene. I see her at openings, receptions, concerts, and book launches. She is not someone who just makes art. She is a supportive member of the artist community and can be found at venues both large and small. Nominating Laurie for an honorary degree from NSCAD University seemed like an obvious choice. Laurie's connection to NSCAD dates back to a visit and performance in the late 1970s. It is in recognition of her enduring commitment to artistic exploration that, decades later, we gather here to award her contributions with an honorary degree. What sets Laurie apart is not just her undeniable talent as an artist, but her fearless exploration of the boundaries between disciplines. She effortlessly weaves together music, performance, visual art, and technology to create immersive experiences that challenge our perceptions and expand our understanding of what art can be. From her seminal piece, Oh Superman, to her groundbreaking multimedia installations, Laurie's work is a testament to the power of imagination and innovation. She invites us to question, to wonder, and to dream in ways we never thought possible. But perhaps what is most inspiring about Laurie is her unwavering dedication to the artistic journey. She always seems to be engaged with the contemporary, learning from and engaging with new art forms. For example, she is now working with AI. And her previous collaborations in VR are something that I have followed with great interest, from the early pieces to the latest. I've seen them all in various locations, at least twice. Today, as we bestow Laurie Anderson this well-deserved honor, let us not only celebrate her remarkable achievements, but also reaffirm our commitment to fostering creativity and innovation in the next generation of artists. Laurie, thank you for your tireless dedication to the arts, for pushing the boundaries and inspiring us all to see the world through new eyes. Your impact on the art world is immeasurable, and it is with great pride that we welcome you into the NSCAD community once again. Congratulations, Laurie Anderson. May your work continue to inspire and captivate audiences for generations to come. Thank you. I would like to ask Dr. Jacqueline Warwick to the podium to deliver the honorary degree citation for Dr. Laurie Anderson.
Thank you so much. This is the honor of my career. Laurie Anderson is a sculptor of sound, a maker of tales, a builder of worlds, and a giver of dreams. She is a visionary artist and storyteller who crosses boundaries in terms of method, approach, concept, and audience. As a collaborator, she has inspired some of the finest minds of her generation to do their best work. As a solo artist, she creates work that articulates the anxieties, the dreams, and the humor of her country and of our age. For millions in the United States and beyond, Anderson's work prompts us to say, yes, that's it. That's just how I feel. Laurie grew up near Chicago in a large family that valued intellectual exploration and the arts. So she played violin with the Chicago Youth Symphony and studied painting at the Art Institute of Chicago. Her formal education includes a BA in art history from Barnard College and an MFA in sculpture from Columbia in 1972. But she also studied biology at Mills College in California. This biographical detail provides a clue, I think, to the boundless intellectual curiosity that has always guided her as she continually explores new terrain and experiments with unexpected media and tools. Thus, when the Hirshhorn Museum in Washington, D.C. asked to mount a retrospective of her career in 2021, she offered them an exhibition of new work instead. Her extraordinary multidisciplinary career began while she was still a student in New York in the early 1970s. She wrote for Art Forum, she drew underground comics with George DiCaprio, she composed a symphony for car horns while she was studying sculpture with Saul Lewitt and Carl Andre. One of her most striking performance art pieces, Duets on Ice, debuted at this time. She played her own invented instrument, the self-playing violin, while standing in ice skates that were frozen in blocks of ice, and the piece ended when the ice melted and she fell over. Audaciously, she got herself to Europe in 1975 by writing to hundreds of venues, advising them that she had a professional exhibition tour. She did not, and she still had dates available. Though only 2 galleries accepted, it was enough to get her there, and she soon became an active voice in the art circles of her generation, eventually working with or alongside the likes of Julian Schlabel, Marina Abramovich, Lawrence Weiner, John Cage, Donna Karan, Yoko Ono, Peter Gabriel, Brian Eno, Wim Wenders, Robert Lepage, and of course, her partner Lou Reed. Her 1981 music album, Big Science, features her sonic explorations of tape looping, electronic instruments, and poignant observations about living in the age of machines and the progress that we may or may not have made as humans. It earned critical acclaim, but also, unexpectedly, a top 10 hit on the international pop charts with Oh Superman. This blending of the avant-garde with pop culture is emblematic of Laurie's gift for making the ordinary strange and allowing us to glimpse the extraordinary in everyday objects. Her sense of wonder in the mundane is matched by her capacity to make the unknown familiar. No surprise, then, that she was invited to be the first artist in residence for NASA and also to contribute to the design of the opening ceremonies for the 2004 Olympic Games in Athens. A sculptor, painter, filmmaker, poet, composer, photographer, inventor, violinist, producer, and vocalist, Anderson joins us today while in the midst of a concert tour that will span North America and Europe this summer. A list of her major works would have to include the 2015 documentary film Heart of a Dog, the 2005 installation The Waters Reglitterized, the stage work Songs and Stories for Moby Dick, which toured internationally throughout 1999 and 2000, her technological collaborations with designer Xin-Qian Huang, her 6 books, and of course, the 4-part multimedia United States 1 through 4 from 1983. Her honors and distinctions include multiple Grammy Awards, the Guggenheim Fellowship, the Dorothy and Lillian Gish Prize, the Wolf Prize, and she even has a planet named after her. It is somewhere between Jupiter and Saturn, in case you ever want to visit. She holds honorary doctorates from Columbia, RISD, the Royal Academy of Art, the San Francisco Art Institute, and Cal Arts, and we can be proud that NSCAD is granting her first Canadian honorary doctorate today. Laurie Anderson's fearless curiosity, deep understanding of human frailty, quirky humor, inventiveness, and belief in the power of storytelling through many media make her an artist who exemplifies the ethos of NSCAD. Her brilliance, her kindness, and her artistic integrity serve as a beacon to all creative thinkers, and I believe she will have a special connection to this year's graduates. It is our great honor and privilege to confer this degree on her, joining her irrevocably to our NSCAD community. Please join me now in recognizing our new honorary degree recipient, Dr. Laurie Anderson.
First of all, thank you so much for inviting me to be part of the ceremony. It's such a privilege to spend some time here and get to see some of your work. And I'm going to try my best today to say a few things that just might be useful to you. I've learned almost everything that I know in my life from other people. And I've met a lot of people who gave me great advice. And I had a painting teacher who would look at my painting and he'd say, just throw this one away. And then he'd say, try this. Just do your worst work. Make something really bad, idiotic, just tasteless and stupid. And you might find that this turns out to be your best work because it's not polite. It's not so careful. It's free. So anyway, I'm just passing this tip along to you in case, you might need it. I don't know. I have to say that right now it's an amazing time to be an artist. And there are more opportunities now to make things, to invent things than I've ever seen before. And there's this new and wonderful freedom to move between art forms, music, fashion, film, sculpture. The boundaries have become very fluid and making it easier to move around and experiment. Plus, this has become a culture that accepts and encourages starting things up yourself, so you don't have to wait forever for an invitation to do something. You can think it up yourself. Just, start your own gallery. You can start your own blog, your own line of whatever. And of course, you no longer have to feel like a weirdo, since it turns out the world is full of weirdos eager to meet you and see what you're going to do. Now, there are also a lot of challenges, of course, especially surrounding technology. For example, there's this idea that art should be democratic and that technology will invent tools so that everyone can become a kind of like instant artist. Now, this is a wonderful dream, but after several years of art school, I'm pretty sure you all agree that it's not actually all that easy. And I'm thinking about a kind of horrendous ad I saw just last week for the new super thin Apple iPad Crush. And it starts out with a pile of sound equipment, a metronome, an upright piano, violins, saxophone, brushes, art supplies of all kinds, architectural tools, cans of paint, and cameras. And when you look up, you see this enormous, gigantic slab of metal slowly lowering down on all of these things. And then, boom, everything's flattened, compressed into a paper-thin piece of metal. And smoke clears to reveal the Crusher logo and the wafer-thin iPad that is now supposedly the only thing you need to make music or film or art of any kind. So even though the message was idiotic and completely insulting to any musician or painter or filmmaker in the world, you had to kind of admire the eye-catching style. Now, even though I love technology, and I use it in most of my work, my favorite quote about it comes from a cryptologist who said, "If you think technology can solve your problems, then you don't understand technology, and you don't understand your problems." Now, you are a generation that's going to start interacting with and collaborating with AI in your lives and in your art. And as someone who loves AI, I encourage you to explore this, but also, when you ask yourself whether AI is taking over the world, please also ask yourself not only what artificial intelligence is, but what human intelligence is. What is it in you that allows you to think and to feel? What makes you human? Now, I've learned a lot of things from the artist Brian Eno, and his recent film, like much of his art, is generative. It's not a set story recorded and played back on film, but it's played by a computer and is never the same from screening to screening. And it's one of the best films I've ever seen. And in the film, or at least the version I saw, he says a kind of strange thing. He says art is feelings. And it was a kind of especially striking thing to say, since he's in many ways a very thought-based, rational, and kind of intellectual artist. And it made me think about how what we do as artists, making pictures, sounds, and colors, must strike other people who see it, the people sometimes called the viewers or the audience. And I think it works the same way it works with your friends. You say, I don't remember what you said, and I don't remember what you did, but I remember the way you made me feel. Now, one of the things I love about being an artist is the unique combination of social and private, being part of a big community of people who make things, and at the same time, there's the reality that much of the time, you are also alone. And it's a kind of ideal combination of connection and solitude. Now, I love what John Cage said about painting, that when you start a painting, there are a lot of people around, friends, family, critics, everyone who's ever painted a painting, and it's a kind of crowd, and you keep on painting, and gradually there are fewer people, and you keep going, and they're drifting away, and you keep on painting, and finally you're the only one left, and you keep going, and finally, you're gone too. Now, speaking of community, I do want to say something about being able to speak up, and how important that is. 2 days ago, I went to visit my university in New York, Columbia, where I studied medicine, art, and lots of other things. And the big front gates were locked, and they were surrounded by heavily armed police. Graduation had been canceled, and it was only happening in very small groups, very distant from the campus. And I just want to thank the students there, and here in Halifax, and in many, many other places all around the world, who have stood up, sometimes at great personal risk, and protested war in all its forms and destruction in all its many forms. And it made me think back to the protests we did in the very same buildings that were raided by the police almost 56 years ago. And I remember sitting there, my arms locked with the other students and wondering, is this even worth doing? Will this change anything? And now I finally get the perspective and the opportunity to say, it changed things massively. The student movement supported both the civil rights and the anti-war movement and remade the country and remade the world. Not forever, there's still a very, very long way to go, but I am grateful to the people who take this idealistic long view. This summer is the 60th anniversary of what came to be called Freedom Summer, that sparked a whole series of movements. And I'm not at all saying that artists should be activists any more than people who deliver the mail or people who work on farms. It's just that artists have such sharp tools, and if they so choose, they can have an enormous impact on our world. Now, as you know, one of the biggest stories of our time is about time. And in the story, we're running out of time. And all the clocks, climate clock, the nuclear clock, the clocks of population, resources, they're all counting down to zero. Only 7 more years until climate change is irreversible. Only 3 months left before the last white rhino is gone forever. So what is the future? What is this world to come? As artists, you're trained in time. You're trained to understand the world of direct experience. And this requires only one thing, your awareness. And of course, we look to the future and we learn from the past, but you're trained to keep your eyes and your ears open. And while this seems simple, of course, it's not at all simple. And I'm sure your training of the last few years will help you understand time this way and help you to move through it in ways that are both positive and creative. Now, I myself am an optimist, but for only one reason. It's not because it makes sense. No one will ever be able to prove that the world is getting better or the world is getting worse. I'm an optimist for a single reason, simply because you have a better life. You have a happier life, a more positive life. To risk sounding shallow, it's just more fun to be an optimist. But life goes by so fast, and there often isn't time to think, what should I do? So I found it's good to have a few dependable rules that you can fall back on. And my husband, Lou Reed, and I made 3 rules that I found work really well in most circumstances, and I'll share them with you. Here they are. Number 1, don't be afraid of anyone. Now, can you imagine what your life would be like if you weren't afraid of anyone at all? And number 2, get a really good bullshit detector. And very important, learn how to use it. Number 3, be very tender. And with these 3, you have enough. Now, we're about to wrap things up here, but I wanted to tell you one more thing. One of the most useful things I've ever learned, and it comes from the great Buddhist teacher, Mingyur Rinpoche, who said, try to practice how to feel sad without actually being sad. Now, this is a great distinction, to practice how to feel sad without actually being sad. I mean, there's so many sad things in the world, and if you pretend they're not there, you're an idiot. But the point is that it's very, very, very important not to become sad yourself. And more than that, he said, remember that the reason that we're here, the whole reason that we're here, is to have a really, really, really good time. Now, I'd like to conclude with a short song. And I've always wanted to sing like a violin. And so a long time ago, I figured out a way to do this. And it involves a little speaker that you put in your it's called a pillow speaker. It looks like this. And you use it to put in your pillow at night so that you can do things like, learn Russian in your sleep. This never worked for me. I just, woke up feeling really paranoid. But being a somewhat oral person, I enjoy putting things in my mouth. So it goes like this. Thank you. Thank you very much. One last thing I want to say is that a couple of years ago, I was in Miami. I decided to play this little piece, and I was trying it out in the hotel room. But the battery acid had leaked, and the speaker glued itself to the roof of my mouth. And it was like totally stuck. And I thought, the acid is going to eat into the roof of my mouth. And so I ran down the elevator and out in the street and into a pharmacy that I found. And I found this pharmacist. I was just kind of pointing to my mouth with this cable hanging out of it. And I was going, and he just got a Q-tip and some acetone, and he just went, and no questions asked. Thank you again, and congratulations to all of you.
I now invite Ashley Delaney, President of the NSCAD Alumni Association, to officially welcome you to the NSCAD alumni family.
Graduates, I am incredibly honored to be here today to celebrate you and to warmly welcome you to the NSCAD alumni community. If you take a moment to look at those who surround you, you will see individuals who have supported you throughout your studies in numerous and immeasurable ways. Whether it's a family member, a classmate, an instructor, an unknowing mentor, it could be someone who's been an inspiration, a friend. There are people who have been your collaborators and your champions. In 2006, I graduated with my Bachelor of Design. I attended the ceremony. I got my diploma, my ring, and proudly forged forward in my next chapter. From this moment, life will take over, and its natural changes and your new priorities. And in these next years, you may find yourself searching for your footing. For me, I found myself reflecting back on the root of my passion, on the place that nurtured it, and ultimately, the people who helped shape my foundation. With those of you graduating today, our alumni count is now over 10,000 people. You join a community that can be found in galleries, studios, classrooms, boardrooms, all around the world. The purpose of the Alumni Association is to help enrich your alumni experience. We are a group of volunteers who work together to help continue to build lifelong relationships and to help continue this celebration of you. As I plan to join you today, I sent out a request to alumni in our newsletter and on our social channels. It was an ask to share any advice that they have for you as a new graduate, any words of wisdom they wish they had heard, or even changes that they would make if they could rewind time. I'll share with you the top 5 themes I received. Number 1, believe you are capable. Opportunities are everywhere, but only if you are open to them and only if you believe in your own abilities. Apply for the job, start the project, stay as persistent and resilient as you can. Number 2 was stay curious. Never stop learning and exploring. Graduation shouldn't be seen as an end of your learning, but as a beginning. This is a foundation for you to build upon. Number 3, get involved. Join organizations, seek mentorship, attend events, participate, collaborate. Work to curate a community that you are proud to be a part of. And number 4, know how to market yourself, get clear on your purpose and your voice, understand yourself and how you best stand out, then lean in. And number 5, I'll end with advice I want to highlight, which is stay connected. I encourage you to nurture those relationships that have already supported you, many of whom surround you here today, and many more who share a NSCAD experience and await meeting you. So, as you step outside these walls to navigate the inevitable twists and turns of your journey, remember that you are leaving here with not just a physical diploma, but with a community of supporters who have graduated with you and before you. Now, graduates, I'll ask you to stand. Honored guests, faculty and staff, families, and friends, may I proudly present to you the NSCAD graduating class of 2024.
Please be seated. I am pleased to conclude our 2024 convocation ceremony. I would like to invite everyone to the reception for refreshments and snacks in the lobby and atrium area. There is also an opportunity to purchase their new NSCAD alumni ring. The NSCAD alumni ring stands as a testament to the enduring bond formed through academic and creative pursuit, embodying the spirit of NSCAD University's commitment to personal expression. Made from Fairmind materials, the alumni ring demonstrates NSCAD's dedication to sustainability and ethical practices. This will be in the reception hall after the ceremony. I would also like to thank Joel Waddell, who composed the instrumental arrangement that was played while students crossed the stage. And special thanks to Jude Gerard for leading our graduates into the convocation ceremony while performing the ceremonial drumming. Thank you to everyone for coming out to support our graduates, and our platform party on stage will lead us out of the hall, followed by the graduates and then the rest of the room. Thank you all, and have a wonderful evening.